이상하다. 나 자마 크게 키우지 않았나? 어허라. 컷. 저기 안에서 500원씩 나오더라.
I'd better keep an eye on high
그래,
places around the
말해봐.
school for Zenobia's gobstones.
뭐 사이드 아니야?
Revelio.
사이드 아니냐고. 말을 하네.
Just when I think I'm finished with my school, I will sign
뭐야 저거?
Accio.
parchment for potions. It's 20 inches for
뭐야 저거?
Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Accio.
저거 어떻게 먹냐? 그냥 가자. 괜찮다.
I wonder if the food
It must be different.
안녕하세요. 새로운 교수님.
Shivering Pungus onion again.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again.
아,
This year will be filled with
소리가
enchantment
작더라.
and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
기막이었어?
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
보통 하나씩 뽑지 않나?
Place your mandrake in the new form and cut down the soil.
시범을 먼저 보여줘서 진짜 이번 교수님도 심상치 않네. 가르치는 게 왜 이렇게 어설프냐?
The soil should envelop
이런 파괴력이
like
있는
a
식물이면은
warm, dirty blanket.
한 명씩 보여줘야 되는 거 아니야? 한꺼번에 해서 혼란을 야기한다고? 허허. 역시 교수님은
I'm very sorry.
계획
about
다
that.
계획이
This
있었구나.
was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
이게 수업 끝인 거 아니죠? 지금 3분짜리 수업 듣자고 여기까지 온 거야.
We'll be planting dittany at our
싫어하나?
potting tables. You can all get started.
그래 아무튼 알겠어요. 뭐 말씀
Yes,
보세요.
Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
즐거웠어요?
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
그래요?
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Miffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
아씨 비누화분 만들었어. 아 이거 진짜.
Done. Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
리엔더 프라벳.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day.
그래
Nice to meet you. I'm Leander.
그래
Nice
따라와.
work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your
냠냠.
duel with Sebastian. And he's good.
잠깐. 소리를 키우니까 네 목소리가 너무 내 귀를 간지럽혀. 헤드폰.
Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
헤드폰이 더 간지럽히는 것 같아. 아우. 나이트 모드.
Oh. Well,
속삭여주냐
Here
이제?
we are. Home of the Chinese. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
어떻게 던져? 던지는 법을 알려줘야 되지 않을까? 아 이런 게 있네. 탭을 누른 상태로 장착하세요. 탭을 누르면
Look at that. They'll chomp on it so they can get their
Oh.
mouths on. Mum planted some
Yo.
in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
귀여워.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
쓸모가 있을지도.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is
그다음
fruit cabbage.
100마리는
It's chaos out
있어야겠는데?
there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
아 해추야. 챙길 수 있는 거 다 챙겨야 돼. 이게 끝이야 근데?
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
That helpful reminder as to why we should always
바뀌네.
wear our dragonhide gloves. We shall end our lesson here. Terribly
그냥.
sorry, Mr. Clopton.
냠냠냠.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
뭐 교수님이 고쳐주시지 않을까요?
As you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
그럼요. 식물은 정말 많은 걸 주잖아요.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
To make anything grow, we must first.
아직 잠시만요. 아까 올렸어야 했다는 게 잠들어 버려가지고 풀 버전 올려야 되는데. 다음은 뭐죠? 다음은 너구나. 양파가 알아서 다 잡을 것 같은데? 양파가 꽤 세던데?
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black saw an aura badge on Professor
Rebellion.
I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
아, 얘들 목소리가 왜 이렇게 귀를 찌르냐? 아, 귀가 아프네.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
말려주지도 않고 만들어 보래? 네, 특기지.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
주인공이 너무 엘리트인데요? 이 냄새는 누가 요리를 하고 있군 그래?
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing a defensive Edurus potion.
레시피 비싸더라.
Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping
아,
me
시끄러워.
home this year after the rumors of a
Did I
아,
hear Professor
잡혔어,
Sharp say
진짜.
that you have permission to go into his office?
왜 알고 싶어하는 건데?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
깃털을 가져다 줄게.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Revelio.
챙...
Your potion.
다 내놔! 다 내 거야! 야, 다 얻어왔어.
Which a wizard always
다
has
가져.
potions on hand.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you.
Thank
This is
you.
going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have
Edurus.
patience and be thorough.
쟤 알아서 다 하네.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd.
어허, 그렇게 하는 거 아니야?
Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Well done, Gareth.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Sorry, Professor.
아무도 관심이 없어. 에이, 이거는 가져가고 가야겠다.
Weasley did not do this on his. Your potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
눈이 저기 달려 있나 봐요.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
무슨 말씀이신지?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well.
그럼
I
흠잡을
confess I
데가
was
없었지.
skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Yes.
My robes are going to reek.
생각보다 학교 파트가 긴데. 걸어갑시다. 왜냐면 모험을 떠나고 싶으니까.
You can't imagine how It's a relief to finally have an answer as to
퀘스트가
why
있네?
that portrait was empty.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
그거 놀라운 거야?
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps
아유, 얘
you could
성량이
get them
너무
for
좋아.
me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
시간이 나면
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary.
내용 다
I'd
읽어도
rather
돼?
it not fall into the wrong hands.
내용
If
다
you
봐도
could
돼?
collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
내가 내용을 한번 싹 다 봐도 될까? 뭐야 이거는?
Revelio. Accio. Leviosa. Incendio.
오래 걸려.
Any luck finding my diary?
이제 출발했어.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books.
하나,
Got it. Only 4 more to go.
둘,
Accio.
빠르구만.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't you be here?
이거 진짜였네? 이제 지금 어디까지 날아간 거지? 아 이거 귀찮아 시키네.
Lumos.
스크림너 선생님 교수님은 날 별로 신경 안 쓰는 듯하다. 하나?
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
그래서 하나 어디?
Accio.
하나.
Revelio.
책 주제 자유로운 거 열받네. 나와 이 자식아.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
나가는 길이 어디죠? 비켜. 가져가.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
여기 있다.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why.
아 반대야.
I wish there.
다음에 오면은 그 장면이 또 나오는 거야. 저게 두 번째 봐주는 거니.
One up, one to go.
Anyone in the wizarding world.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
My young friend. 아! 길을 정말 잘못 들었다. 아래로도 가는 길이 있겠지만 돌이킬 수 없다. 얼짱. 성실하고 친절한 망토. 와우.
Accio. Levioso.
오로지 이거 하나 때문에 온. 야. 낙뎀이 있었구나. 지금까지 학교 안에서만 뛰어가지고 몰랐던 거였어. 그렇다고 여기서부터는. 이 정도는 낙뎀도 아니다 이거지? 오케이. 그럼 한 3칸 정도 내려간 다음에 지금이야. 어둠부셔. 그니까 이거 뒤쪽에 있을 텐데 길이. 저 아래쪽에 있었네 길이. Must go. 어디에 쓰이는 거니까 계속 있는 거겠지. 느려. 어써이. 양이 떨어지는 줄 알았잖아. 닭밖에 없는데 양 소리가?
Revelio.
아래쪽에 뭐 있는데?
Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Revelio.
바보들. 바보들. 있는 거 뻔히 알면서.
Incendio. Accio.
생긴 것 좀 보자. 뭐야 쟤?
Revelio.
얘가 열린 건가?
Levioso. Incendio.
니 뭔데 마음대로 그 길로 가 있냐?
Accio.
일로 오세요.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio.
일로 와봐. 네가 여기 들어가야 되나 보다. 아닌가 보다. 귀찮아졌다. 안 할래. 분위기 심상치 않은데? 역시 심상치 않다 했더라니 합체 능력자였어.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
밀어!
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake.
나 방금
Might you be the one to
호수에서
help me?
가물치 잡았는데 그걸 말이라고 해?
I'm afraid I'm not keen on mucking about at the bottom of lakes.
Oh, please don't say no just yet. Perhaps if you understood my plight, you'd change your mind.
Perhaps. What precisely do you need to retrieve and why?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
그만.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. but I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
이거 말하는 거니?
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
아, 왜 이렇게 기창을 때리지?
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ramrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ramrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
결과가 보이네.
I'm sorry this
근데
happened
내가
to
먼저
you.
나서게 될 줄은
I shall
몰랐네.
certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Hello,
이름이
sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and
Jalal,
this is my potion
Jalal.
shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
뭐 파시는데요?
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
버섯까지 150원이라고? 뭔가 이상한데.
I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you.
가져가세요. 아, 필요 없어 이거. 이건 필요하네.
I hope to see you again sometime.
Revelio.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to On.
정색 없네.
Revelio.
다 털어 다. 이게 뭐지? 위치상 여기 있어야 되는데. 뭐지?
It is good to see you, my friend.
어디 그렇게 빠르게 가시는 거죠? 뒤도 안 돌아보고? 누구를 찾아서 그렇게 뛰시는 거죠? 어? 둘이 그런 사이였구나. 건속도가 빨라지는 것 같기도 하고.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Lord.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
몰라.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood
그렇게
and Harlow
위험한데
are a
학교
threat to
밖으로
both of us,
꺼내온
to
저희가
all
뭐지?
of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
잘 생각했어.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
어둠의 마법사
I've no
이름.
idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
찔리면 아파. 이거 온나무야. 온나무라 했어. 나 저거 먹게 해줘 제발.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
저 어떻게 해야 돼? 아 이거 왜 이렇게 짧아? 먹게 해줘 이거. 드디어 다쳤다 이씨.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
흥미로운데요?
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
정말 대단한데요.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
정말 흥미로운데요.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
아욱이
Take
잔뜩
plenty,
들었다고?
even if you already have some.
아욱 냄새.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
모르겠으면 태워볼까요?
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
야, 와, 야, 하나도 빠짐없이 다 가져갔네. 와우. 빠른 이동. 이히.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
안녕하세요.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
해결할 수 있을지. 아, 흥미롭게 들리네요.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
한번 찾아볼게요.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old one-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right.
말 잘 들어주면
You are a
착한 학생이네요.
remarkable student.
왜 그래? 기분 좋아가지고 그냥 햇댄스를 쳐버리네. 아, 나 왜 이렇게 멀어? 500m도 힘들었는데. 여기 아까 왔던 데 갔던 데잖아. 아이 쟤. 왜 하나도 안 찍었지? 안 찍혔지 여기가? 찍혔네.
Wonder who lives here.
근데 저쪽에 아무것도
This
없었던
looks
것 같다.
intriguing.
그래 미안해. 그러니까 이거 찍혔는데. 아이고 고대다. 아이고 고대다. 학교만 졸업하면 다 괜찮을 줄 알았더니 이게 무슨 일이 되냐. 아이고 힘들다.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues?
뭐냐?
I recognize those handles. There's some empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
Revelio.
아까 없었는데.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Incendio.
뭐하라는 거야?
I'll take that, thank you.
바보가.
Statues here. Nothing. I'd best keep looking. No statues here.
뭐가 튀어나왔는데?
Here's I'd best keep looking. Rebellion. Accio. What's happening?
또. 아니 뭐 구현 왜 이렇게 잘해놨어? 아니 단면 왜 이렇게 구현 잘해놨어?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years?
퍼즐이었어?
Well done indeed.
그냥 닥칠 때도 다 부셔버렸어.
If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand.
그러겠지.
I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellow-dolled pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
어쩌다 목이 잘린 거예요?
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
무슨 카마이타치도 아니고.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
무섭게 왜 그렇게 얘기해 근데? 지금인가? 먹어 물 마셔 젠장. 제시도? 제시도는 아닌 것 같은데 해선 안 됐던 것 같은데 진짜 제시도였네. 뭔 차이인지 모르겠네. 가지 말라는데? 퀘스트 생긴가 봐. 야! 누구야 이거?
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
그럼 난 이제 뭘 해야 되지?
Revelio.
광일편. 이건 안 알려주네. 치. 누가 봐도 적인데요? 그죠?
Revelio. Lumos.
왜냐면 저기 말고는 없을 테니까.
Revelio.
얘는 뭐 켰네.
Lumos.
아닌가 보고. 달이 있을 만한 데가 없어가지고 정확했다 생각했는데.
Lumos.
아! 검은 호수? 검은 호수 가볼까? 맵 마커 왜 안 나와? 아니 뒤 수레였어 심지어. 이거 수레 퀘스트고. 정작 저주받은 어쩌구는 어딨냐? 왜 안 보여? 용도 나오네. 퍼프 스킨 서시지. 아 확실히 난 이거 찾는 거 어려워. 이거 해켓 교수님 과제 이거를 해결을 해야 한 다음에 해결을 해야 다음 거를 얻을 수 있는 거잖아. 이런 거는 계속 옆에 띄워뒀으면 좋았을 텐데. 어차피 깨야 하는 건데. 뭐 수레 찾으러 가야겠네요 뭐. 어차피 이것도 깨야 되니까.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
If you're here for my wares.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
Incendio. Levioso. Accio.
가만히 있어봐.
Incendio.
내가 센 건가?
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
나 강력한 건가?
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
이것도 멀리 있냐?
Accio. Revelio.
끝입니까?
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
아씨 탭 눌렀어. 아이씨. 탭 누르는 게 습관화돼가지고. 성공적으로 회피하세요. 그냥 근처에 몬스터 한 마리만 있어도 되겠구만. 뭐 10번 정도 하는데 고블린 원부금이야. 다 들어와. 들어오라고. 들어와. 다 들어와. 이거 포함인가요? 안 오르는 것 같긴 한데. 포함이네. 됐어. 들어. 그래, 천천히 들어가봐. 네, 안녕히 계세요. 그럼 나 간다. 나 여기 있다. 아라라라라라랑. 그냥 가도 되는 듯. 그냥 가야지. 아르르르르릉. 나 여기 있다. 뭘 굳이 저런 거 깹니까? 뭐 더 도운다고 뭐 바뀌어? 그냥 갑시다.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
어이. 왜 갑자기 학생인 척해? 뭐야? 우리 학급 이런 분위기였나? 저희 학급 면학 분위기가 이랬나요? 세바스찬은 가지 않았나? 저 세바스찬 아니야 방금? 세바스찬 너니? 퇴학당한 걸로 알고 있었는데.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
이건 뭐래요 근데?
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
뭐? 이게 무장해제야? 무장 해제.
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing.
오래가네.
Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Incendio, Leviosa, Accio. Expelliarmus, Incendio. Leviosa, Accio. Incendio. Leviosa, Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
졸려서 오늘 여기까지 하겠습니다. 아 졸려. 졸려. 또 가는 여기까지.